This is the plaintiff, Ashina McCormick. She says the defendant, her on-again, off-again ex, borrowed her car and wrecked it. The defendant told her she'd come up with a down payment for her for another car, but hasn't, so here they are. Once the defendant went out and bought herself a new car, she knew they were done and over with. And now she's suing her for the $3,000 she was promised. This is the defendant, Denise Lloyd. She says she admits to being an fender bender with the plaintiff's car, but she gave her $500 to cover it. Then they broke up, and all of a sudden she's being sued because she went out and bought herself a new car? Please, honey, let it go. She's accused of letting her gal pal down.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says her ex wrecked her car, wouldn't pay, and went out and bought herself another car. But the defendant says it was just a fender bender. It's the case of, now I'm going to wreck you.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay. Ashina McCormick, you are suing Denise Lloyd for $3,000 that you say she owes you for a down payment on a car after she crashed your car, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me. What happened?
I was asleep. She had borrowed my car to go to work, and she got into an accident in front of my college. So I woke up to a bunch of messages, and so when I get there, she tells me that she was on the side and somebody tried to speed up past around her and hit her. So
Where was the damage?
my front driver's side in the front. So I asked, since it happened in front of my school, I asked if I could see the tape. And when I seen the tape, that's not
Why did you do that?
because certain things happen where she doesn't always completely tell me the truth.
So you had a suspicion that it might not be
right,
truthful.
because it was a one-way. So
Okay.
I asked to see the tape, and that's not what happened.
Did you actually see the accident on the tape?
Yes.
Do you have the tape?
No, they said they only kept it for 20 days. I
Did you
need to
confront her?
Yeah, I asked her what happened. She said, oh, that's not what happened. And then we seen the tape. She's just like, oh, well, maybe I thought I seen it a different way, this and that. Like, I was just over it. So we
Okay.
just
How
left.
long ago did that happen, that accident?
Maybe a year.
All right. So you don't break up over this?
No.
All right. And then what happens? You guys continue to be together until when?
Probably like 2 months now.
You broke up 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay. So you stay together then for 10 months. All right. And during those 10 months, what did you do for a vehicle?
I had to go home back probably an hour and a half away to get my old car that I had back working. So I had to be traveling back and forth on the train, had to get the title, had to get my registration, insurance, all that once again because I don't have a vehicle. So,
Right. And did you have insurance on the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. And did the vehicle get fixed?
No, they said it
totaled
was
out?
totaled out.
All right. So did the insurance company pay you the value of the totaling out?
It was a $8,000 loan left on the car. So when it got totaled out, my stepfather, who the insurance and the title was under, told me that all I needed to do was get the $500 deductible, which she did.
So she paid you the $500
Yes.
deductible. All right. And if she did that, then what? The insurance company paid it off to the bank.
Right, everything was just,
So everything was
and I was
taken
left with
care of.
nothing, right.
All right. Why are you suing her now?
Because she kept telling me that I'm going, whatever you get it down, I'll help you with the down payment, I'll help you get a car. Like I have messages saying that she's going to help me get a car. It wasn't until she popped up with the car that I knew I was not going to get no money for no car.
When you say she popped up with a car, you mean it wasn't until the two of you broke up. Who broke up?
We had many issues. So it was like an on again, off again
Who
for
broke up?
years.
She broke up with me.
Good idea, bad idea to loan your car to your boyfriend or girlfriend?
I wouldn't do this.
Why?
It's my car.
No, it's your car, but would you do it? Would you loan your car to your girlfriend?
Depends. How long have we been going out?
You've been going out 3 months.
Probably not.
Interesting, so it's amount of time. What do you think?
I think you can't. You should loan to. It should be a problem because you have enough trust in them.
If she wrecks your car...
Well, that's a different story. I would.
No, it's not. It's the same story. It's just a bad result, but it's the same story.
Well, obviously she should be.
The fact that you're stuttering answers it. Going inside the courtroom.
According to her, you now have a new car. You've been promising to help her buy a new car and that you didn't.
I promised her that I would help her get a new car.
How much were you supposed to pay?
We never
came up with
discussed
a
that.
number.
Not much planners, are you? So what are you suing
still
for?
together,
Like you're suing
so-
for just, I'm going to sue for the statutory maximum? What's going on here? What do you
Right.
think is going on here?
Honestly, I When I explain the situation to other people, they say to me, they seem like she's jealous because I bought a new car. But honestly, deep down my heart, I don't feel that way. I don't think of her. It's just a lot of negative things that I would hear about the situation.
I don't think she's jealous. I think she's angry.
I think she's angry. But before I bought my new car, I remember me being in her bathroom and I said to her, Sheena, let's go get a car. I guess she thought I was joking or wasn't taking me serious, but she just left it alone, never spoke on it. And I'm like, I have the money now.
Why don't you just give her the money?
But I said to her, if you do get a car, when you go home, let me know how much you pay for it, and I'll see what I can work with, basically to give to you.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
Car.
Your whole obligation to give her anything comes from your guilt that you had the car and it got crashed while it was in your care. She says that she confronted you and told you that the accident was your fault and showed it to you.
She said the accident was my fault.
She was
and that you were kind of doing that Michael Jackson moonwalk backwards and saying, well, maybe I just saw it differently.
I actually spoke to the insurance company, and they didn't determine my fault. I spoke to them, and when they said when the car got totaled out, nobody had to pay a deductible, nothing had to been paid. So technically speaking, she lied to me about the $500 deductible. When I spoke to State Farm, they never said that anybody had to pay no deductible.
There is no deductible if there's no repair.
Exactly, but I still gave her $500
This is what my stepfather told me. Him and my mother had a falling out over this. So I was like, Denise, we need this money. She was waitressing, so whenever she gave it to me, I gave it to my mother. What they did, that's on them, because he bought the car. The car was in his name, and so was my insurance. So whatever he told me is what I did. I related to her. When she gave it to me, I gave it to my mother.
But you know that when a car is totaled out, there's no deductible.
I didn't know. This was just all new to me. I've never been in an accident.
Do you know whether the $500 went to the uncle?
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly. I virtually insist upon that when I put people under oath.
I don't think the whole $500 went to her stepfather.
Was this your stepfather's car? He was just putting it in his name for you because you
He gave it to me because I need a new car. The other car that I had has like...
So he didn't really incur a loss. It's really you who incurred a loss. I mean, unless he considered it his car.
I mean, maybe.
Did he consider it his car?
After this accident, we had a falling out after we haven't spoke up until he realized I was going to court and I needed the picture of the car.
Wow. You speak to your mother?
It's issues with them because of this too and other stuff.
Why because of it? It has to be other stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is your stepfather here?
No, he actually lives in Florida.
Is your name on the vehicle at all?
No, his is.
Okay. Then we have a couple of legal things going on here that I need to explain to you. First of all, I can't sue for damage to Douglas's car any more than you can sue for damages to your stepfather's car. You could still sue somebody if they breach a contract. So your only possible theory on suing her is that you had a contract afterwards, an enforceable agreement that she was going to help you to get wheels again. A contract is offer and acceptance. Each side gives up something. I offer to paint Douglas's house. He offers to pay me $5,000 to do so. We're each promising to give up something. So each of us is counting on that, okay? It's a big house. Each of us is counting on that, right? So the only thing that makes a promise an enforceable contract is you going out and doing something as a result of it, which you responsibly didn't until you saw the cash from her. So you didn't. But that's just then an ex-girlfriend who said she'd do something and didn't. It's just not an enforceable contract in the eyes of the law. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this is your situation, but it's your situation, and my verdict has to be for the defendant. Good luck, folks.
Well, unfortunately for the plaintiff here, contract law just doesn't support your position, and so the judge had no choice but to rule for the defendant. Your feeling here coming out of the courtroom?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You still have any feelings for her? No, that's over too?
She's still my friend somewhat.
Mm-hmm. You let her drive your car ever again?
Probably not.
Okay. All right, right down this way. All right, step on out here and, all right, is there a joke going on?
No.
You smiling about something?
Her comment.
That what?
She's still my friend somewhat. It was no hard feelings ever. Mm-hmm. It never. So it was just like, okay, now I know. You
don't feel you owe her anything?
No, honestly, I was going to still help her regardless of what was going to go on.
You going to?
Yeah.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, it's pretty simple. Since she doesn't own the car, she doesn't have legal standing to sue for the deductible. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.